Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you couldn't guess by the title, we're doing the superhero tag today. And can I just say, I got this hoodie for Christmas, and it is the best hoodie I've ever been given. It's got the red hood, and I now feel like I'm part of the X-Men. So, watch out bitch, because I'm coming for you. A superhero tag is questions that I answer based on my opinion, you know, so don't get butthurt, it's just my opinion, yo. The first question is, who is your favourite superhero? And I have to go with Spider-Man, because Spider-Man was the first comic I ever got, and it was also the first TV series that I watched, the Spider-Man animated TV series, which was legit the best thing ever. That and the X-Men TV series, that was also very good. Question number 2, which is my favourite superhero film. Now there are a vast majority to choose from, and I'm gonna pick Daredevil. I'm just fucking kidding, no one would ever pick that film. If you do, wow. My favourite superhero film is X2, also known as X-Men 2. I loved that film. I thought the plot was so good. I thought it was the best X-Men film to date. And I loved the opening sequence with Nightcrawler trying to get to the president of the White House. I thought that was so well done and really set me up for the rest of the film. I was like, bitch, what happened? What's going on here? You know, kind of left me with good hopes for the third one, and then they were destroyed. So, you know, just saying. Question number 3 is, what is my favourite Marvel Cinematic Universe film? A lot to choose from, but I would have to go with Black Panther. I loved everything about Black Panther from start to finish. I love the soundtrack, I love the actors and actresses who were in the films. You know, the women weren't just damsels in distresses, they actually held the film. I also loved the final fight scene in Black Panther and how everything just came together and it worked, and oh, it was so good. Question number 4, what is your favourite superhero TV show? And there's a lot to choose from because obviously Marvel have that little deal with Netflix, so they produce them like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, although no one really likes to talk about that one. And then there's also all the Fox TV shows as well, they all being produced. But I would have to say, I love Legion, which is based on the X-Men. More specifically, Charles Xavier's son, and I thought the first season was absolutely phenomenal. I was gripped from start to finish, and I didn't watch it sort of week after week. I let it build and then I watched it all because we get it a little bit later over here, and it was fantastic. I loved everything about it, and the second season is on just now, although I've not watched anything, so don't spoil anything in the comments. I'll come for you because I'm part of the X-Men, so I'll find you. Question number 5 is Marvel or DC? This is the often debated question. I would have to go with Marvel. Don't get me wrong, I love DC and I love certain things that DC have done, aka Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. They were fantastic TV shows, and the Batman TV show was freaking out of this world as well. However, I just feel like Marvel hits it on more than just those levels. You know, Marvel actually pleases fans with films. Just saying. Question number 6 is Avengers or the X-Men? I think you can guess what my answer is. You know, X-Men all the way. Question number 7 is favourite portrayal of Bruce Wayne / Batman? And I have to go with Michael Keaton, and I think that may just be because Batman Returns is my favourite film of the Batman films. I loved that film, especially because it's a Christmas film. I always watch it at Christmas time. Loved it. Question number 8 is my favourite superhero team. Again, gotta go with the X-Men. There is no team better than the X-Men. Just gonna put that out there. Fight me. What is your favourite superhero theme song / score? So this has kind of got 2 answers because, you know, I have to. So the first one I'm gonna say is the superhero theme song is definitely the X-Men animated TV series intro, because that was iconic. Fantastic, you don't get better than that. And can I just say, props to Gifted, which is also a TV show based on X-Men, because in the first episode someone's phone goes off and that is their ringtone, and I just thought that was first class. For the score, so I'm just gonna like go for the films for this one. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack. I thought that all just came together so well. And I will say though, the first film, I thought the music happened very organically and it was a very natural progression. Whereas I felt the second one kind of did try and shove the soundtrack down your face a little bit, but was still very good. But I'm going to go with the soundtrack to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 because that was phenomenal. Question number 10 is, who is your favourite supervillain? Now, I'm going to go with one from the films and one from just sort of like other things. So number 1 is definitely Thanos for me from the films. I just feel like you kind of understand why he's doing what he's doing, even though what he's doing is wrong. So, but yeah, I thought he was portrayed very well in the films, and even though that you understood what he was doing. However, even from the comic of that and explaining Thanos and how he basically like wanted to please Death because he was in love with Death, I still think that's good characterization for me, in my opinion, you know, and that's why I picked Thanos. Yeah. And then apart from Thanos, I loved Magneto growing up. Although the films, First Class, Apocalypse, and probably Dark Phoenix probably don't do the same thing, tried to make him a good guy, and you know, not really a good guy, but okay, like whatever you want to do. Question number 11 is, if I was a superhero, what would my abilities be and what would my superhero name be? So my abilities would be to read people's mind in flight, so like telekinesis, because you know, I've always wanted to do that. Legit always wanted to have that as a power. And my name would probably be Sass Man, just because, you know, sassy and like man, and you have to do together what you got. Question number 12 is, who is your favourite Guardian? And my favourite Guardian is definitely Drax, and that's not just because I like wrestling and he's played by Dave Bautista in the films, but I just feel like he's really fucking funny and he comes out with some of the best lines in the films, and that's why Drax is my favourite Guardian. Question number 13 is, who is your favourite X-Men character? And that is hands down Storm. I've always loved Storm, and always thought as well that the films needed to portray her better, because, you know, in the comics and even in the TV shows, Storm be kicking ass, like serious ass, and in the films she don't really do much, you know. She, for instance, in Days of Future Past, she's the first one killed in the final battle, but hey ho, that's Halle Berry's fault to get pregnant. But even the new girl that's playing her, she doesn't really seem to do much at all. And yeah, so that's 20th Century Fox, you need to sort your shit out. Actually, Disney, when you take over, can we actually reevaluate Storm and actually, you know, make her a good character? Thanks. Number 14 is Green Arrow or Hawkeye, and I choose Green Arrow because I just feel like he's great. And Hawkeye's, I can give or take leave Hawkeye, you know, I don't really care. Question number 15, what is your favourite superhero video game? I have two, because, you know, I can never just pick one. One is Marvel Ultimate Alliance, which I played on PS2, and I played it a lot with my sister, and I think that's why I kind of like it, because, you know, it was a bonding sort of game. Like, that was one of the times we weren't yelling at each other, my twin sister and my old sister, and I loved the story of that as well, and I thought it was cool how all of Marvel was united against this evil, and oh, it was great. And then aside from that, I loved Spider-Man 2 video game based on the film. I thought that was great. All the extra missions and like the free roam, oh, but not great, loved it. So yeah, I would choose those two. Question number 16 is, if you could be any superhero that already exists, who would you be? And for me, it would definitely be Iron Man, because Iron Man is always associated with Aries, and I'm an Aries, so yeah, and everyone's always like, oh my god, he's sassy and a bitch, and that's what I am, so might as well just take that role. So that is it for this tag. I now get to tag people, and I don't know whether they've done this tag before or not. If not, my bad, fam. I'm bad at watching videos. So I choose Josh Essex and Nikita Rocksocks to do this video. I feel like they'll do quite well. Yeah. So that was it, and I will see you next week for another video. Bye.